welcome to this Fixit channel, and three videos coming up. One will talk about AMD Ryzen, this one. The other one about Intel CPUs, and the last one about Windows 10 on ARM. And basically they are here to answer the question, should I buy an AMD PC? Should I buy a PC that has an AMD processor in it? So this comes from a long time ago. AMD processors have always been somewhat popular with computers, especially when people don't want to pay too much for their PC, because frankly, laptops and desktops that came with AMD chips often were less expensive. For a long time, I would tell people not to buy AMD. For a long time, because as a tech guy for many years, I've seen that AMD PCs seem to have more problems over the long run. One of the major problems is cooling. The AMD processors always ran pretty hot, and that is something you never want, because a PC that runs hot means it's a PC that might have more problems as time goes by. So now we have a new generation of AMD CPUs. They're called Ryzen. There's the first generation that came out last year. Now we're at the second generation that is coming out. And this has changed overall my view of AMD chips. Ryzen CPUs are clearly better built, are clearly very powerful, and AMD has carefully made the good choices so that these chips run cooler than the ones before, and that they offer great performance versus lower price for the equivalent with an Intel chip. So, to answer the question, I would consider, and yes, probably buy a AMD Ryzen PC today, because they are much better, offer great performance, and will, of course, have a price tag that is lower, so your laptop might be less expensive. And it is proven that the first generation of Ryzen is actually more powerful and actually is faster than the equivalent generation of Intel chips, which is nice. The second generation is, of course, faster, and they've tried to improve it. It also is pretty good for the price paid. I mean, I think Ryzen is a clear winner right now, as it will be for a while. And it shows also the sales of AMD chips have been skyrocketing. I mean, the latest numbers that I've seen seem to show that there's such an increase in AMD chip sales that they're maybe outselling Intel right now in some markets. So it's kind of a very interesting thing to look at. And I think for gamers also, AMD Ryzen processors with their performance level might offer a pretty good bang for the buck. So you're looking for a computer that is running an AMD chip. The only thing that I want you to make sure is that the AMD chip is a Ryzen class CPU, because there are some lower class AMD still there, and those I would avoid. And rather than buying that, I would buy an Intel PC. But if you have Ryzen, if you have, they have that little sticker. See, if the laptop has a Ryzen sticker on it, not bad. You know what? It's okay. You should buy it. If you're wondering if the price tag is what you want to pay, and it says AMD Ryzen on it, I think yes, absolutely, it's worth it. Now it's clearly a very simplified explanation, because I want these channels to be clearly easy to understand for most people. But to just sum it in a very, very basic way, if you are looking at a PC, it runs an AMD Ryzen CPU, yes, you should consider it. These are great processors. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.